Bullseye.
But as you might have seen by the title, we are starting a new series, and this is sort of like half survival, half story time, what you see. So this isn't like boring story time. This is I might do like little skits where I cut into the survival part, and I just put little skits in that I make, like with texture packs. But today I decided to do today the title mystery story. But yeah, and so let's get started. This is just a random survival, so my game's fun. Recording. Come on, load. If you hear that out in the background, or you hear some wind or shaking, it's because it's like super windy outside. Particles are still going. It's still frozen. Okay. Let me exit. Man, it is really windy outside. But yeah, well, this is loading. I'm just gonna tell you guys a little side story. I was getting off my computer to go and like eat dinner, but right as I get off, I stand up, turn around, and I put my hand out to the side, and it looked like I kind of punched my shelf, but my hand went into the shelf in a fish shape, and it really hurt. And then I went downstairs, couldn't eat dinner because my hand hurt, my fingers hurt, and I couldn't bend them or pick anything up with them. So I just laid on the couch watching TV with an ice pack on my hand. And then my mom looked at it, and I found out of the 3 fingers that I punched the wall, I sprained one of them. So now I've got a sprained finger. It's kind of hard to play, but I'm still gonna get through it. It's all swollen and sprained, but the rest of my fingers that I hurt are fine now. Okay, task manager. Let's see what it is. There we go. Look how big my cursor is. I changed the size of it. Okay, not multiplayer. Story time. So guys, it's 5 days till Christmas. What do you guys think about that? Collect some flowers. Okay, let's start story time. Oh, it's broken. Let's collect some flowers, and so Once upon a time, I guess I'll start with that, there was a sheep, and his name was Joe. His name was Joe. And he was a different sheep. He was a rainbow sheep. And all the other sheep thought he was different and weird by that. So they never let him play in any of the games. And he had no friends. Everybody thought he was weird and different. Not even cows would let him play. So he went along. He was walking down the street one day of a human village, and someone comes up to him and looks at him and says, "You're a different sheep." And then he took the sheep and took it to his farm. And on his farm, he had a lot of other sheep, and those sheep thought it was cool that he was rainbow, because they were stuck there and they had a lot of time to think and thought about other people. So he was glad that those sheep liked him.
Here, come here.
And we're back. Okay, sorry, my little brother just walked in. Cut that out. But where was I? I think I was at they liked him, and he was glad, that he finally had some friends. So he let me think. So every day that he got his wool back, after they had shaved him, they had a big farm, and there were lots of sheep, and they all thought he was cool. So he was glad he had friends. And then one day he got taken off the farm because they thought he was kind of useless. So they took them off the farm, and they went and put him back with the other sheep. And he was disliked again, and he wished he could go back to the other farm. Then he saw something in the sky, saw the gods in the sky, and they told him to color your wool to white, and you can go back, and they will take you back. So he colored his wool white, and then he went back to the farm, or he went back and acted like he got out, and then the farmers put him back in. And then they were like, "You haven't been here before," and he was like, "Yeah, I have. I'm Joe, the rainbow sheep." And they were like, "You don't look like him." And then he goes and jumps in like the pond on the farm, and then he gets all washed off. So they're like, "Oh, welcome back," and he's back with his friends, and they all played games together. And then the other sheep that didn't think he was cool were talking about all the other sheep that thought he was cool. and they walk up to the fence. They both walked up to the fence on either side, and then they argued. And the rainbow sheep was sad and went and sad. Well, he was sad, and then he went and said to himself he thought he started the fight because he was a different sheep. So then he so then he jumped over the fence. He was able to jump over the fence or get over the fence and run away from the farm because he thought he wasn't wanted anymore. But then everybody was like, "Where'd Joe go? Joe, where'd he go?" And they were all upset because he didn't come back. But he didn't know that, so he just kept on walking until eventually he felt lonely again. And he saw some cows, and he saw that they were being tortured and shot at with bows, and he was like, I should be glad I should appreciate that I'm not being tortured like those cows. So then he goes back to the farm, and then they all meet up and they're all happy, and they all look off into the sunset as the sun goes down over the hills. Yeah. Okay, so guys, hope you enjoyed my story. I need to get some meat. I just came up with that. That's why I was kind of thinking. I had the rainbow sheep idea at the beginning, and I wanted to do something about a sheep, and then I was watching a rainbow Lucky Blocks video, rainbow custom Lucky Blocks mod by Gizzy Gaza, and I just like, oh, I can do rainbow sheep, and thought that was cool. So put your opinion in the comments, please. If I get a couple good opinions, I'll make another episode. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next video.